Yo, guys, I hope you're well. And I hope you had a very Merry Christmas. And talking about Christmas, I just wanted to raise a couple of points from King Charles III's speech yesterday. So, guys, the first part, I'm just going to play a clip.
For instance, it is impossible not to be deeply moved by the ages of the fallen, as the gravestones in our war cemeteries remind us. The young people who fought and helped save us from defeat in both world wars were often only 18, 19, or 20 years of age.
So, he's talking about the young people who laid down their lives in World War One, World War Two, 18, 19, 20 years of age. And right now, our children, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, are being lined up and sized up to fight in wars that nobody in this country wants. Nobody in this country actually has asked for. So, guys, are you prepared for your young children to lay down their lives for leaders like King Charles, leaders like Keir Starmer, Emmanuel Macron, Ursula von der Leyen, I can't remember the guy's name, Merz from Germany, Carney from Canada? They are all gearing up for war to enrich themselves. Are you really prepared to let your children perish for these people? Remember one thing, guys, from way back in the days until quite recently, leaders had to be able to ride a horse and to be able to bear arms because they had to lead from the front. So if you wanted to be a ruler and a leader of your country, you had to fight. You had to be able to fight for your country. So guys, if these people, Starmer, Macron, von der Leyen, the rest of them, aren't prepared to fight in the front line for their country, why are you going to let your children perish for these people who are not prepared to put their mouth where they're, or even to put their bodies on the line to back up what their mouths are yapping? Really? Let me know in the comment section, guys. There's another point here that I wanted to raise, and I'm just forward winding here, guys. So just humor me as I get to the points, because the point that's been raised and the question that's been asked around this, I just need to find the person's name here, and it's Richard Murphy. He's raised quite a lot of questions over the last so many months, and they're actually quite valid. And at first, when I saw this, I was actually thinking of King Charles, but he's talking about Prince William. So what this means is it runs through the vein and the spine of the family, the Windsor family. Or does it? So the question here that's been asked, and this is by Prince William, is, I'm uncomfortable with Christianity and cannot foresee that I will be able to maintain governorship of the Church of England once I'm king. And that's Prince William. He raised this on GB News, 29th of January, 2024. So he's saying he's uncomfortable with Christianity and he doesn't know whether or not he can be a governor of the Church of England once he's king. But are not the two roles intertwined? That's what I'm going to ask you guys. But first of all, let's hear what King Charles has got to say about unity.
Different faiths. I find it enormously encouraging to hear how much we have in common. A shared longing for peace and a deep respect for all life. If we can find time in our journey through life to think on these virtues, we can all make the future more hopeful.
So King Charles is talking about making the future more hopeful, which is a good thing. But King Charles is meant to be the defender of the faith. Those are his responsibilities to the Church of England. But what I've heard recently is King Charles has massaged his title slightly, because now he's no longer the defender of the faith, but he's the defender of all faiths, or defender of the faiths, plural. Now, guys, does that put him into a constitutional bind here in the UK? Because as far as I'm aware, he is meant to be the supreme governor of the Church of England and the defender of the faith. So King Charles has a constitutional duty to uphold the established Anglican Church. So I've got something in my throat, guys. Excuse me. So he has a constitutional duty to uphold the established Anglican Church and to maintain its doctrine and to appoint senior clergy. So as defender of all faiths, what does this mean? And what does this mean for his position as the defender of the faith of the Anglican Church and as the king of the country? It's something that I don't know enough about. So I hope you guys can let me know down here in the comment section, because as I post a lot, I'm reading about this more and more and more. More and more and more people are questioning whether or not King Charles really should be sitting upon the throne. So guys, let me know down here in the comment section, because it's something that needs to be asked and needs to be looked into. Because what does King Charles mean about the defender of all the faiths? And what does that mean about these faiths? Because it seems to be very one-sided. It seems to be that in our country, we allow all faiths and we allow people to practice their faiths. But in other countries, the Christianity is not allowed to be practiced at all in certain countries. I'll give you an example, Afghanistan. My goodness, if you, as a Christian, were caught praying, my goodness, your life wouldn't be worth it living. So it's something to look at and something to be asked at. It's very unequal. It's where we are very open and welcoming, which is a good thing. But when a Christian goes abroad to certain areas, they are taking their very lives in their hands. So we need to look at this and to say, look, this needs to be balanced quite quickly. But just looking here at the constitutional position, the defender of the faith, the monarch holds the historic title. Is it Fidei? Fidei Defensor, defender of the faith, and is the supreme governor of the Church of England. This is a constitutional position established in the 16th century, the 1500s, which safeguards the Church of England established status in law. And the coronation oath, at his coronation, King Charles swore an oath to maintain and preserve inviolably the settlement of the Church of England and the doctrine, worship, discipline and government thereof as by law established in England. So as the defender of the faith, what does it mean? Now he is fudging the issue to defender of the faiths, plural. Please let me know down here in the comment section, because this doesn't quite sit right with me, and I'd just like to know what you guys think. But the other question is, should we be pushing for all leaders and figures of authority, if they want a war, should we ensure that these guys are out there in the front line before our children? Because if they are not prepared to get in the front line, then why should our children lay down their lives, basically, for people who are not prepared to do as they do, and they tell us to do as they say? Let me know down here in the comment section, guys. But as we head up to the end of the year, I hope you guys are safe and well, and looking forward to a brand new year, 2026. But until then, guys, please make certain you look after yourselves, you look after each other, and please make sure you come back to the next one.